Hello and welcome back. It is absolutely freezing. It snowed again. What is with this country? I think it's supposed to be spring. Anyway, it's now Monday. We got back from Utrecht yesterday. We were slightly delayed leaving Amsterdam, mainly because of the snow here in the UK. The plane that we were supposed to be flying on was late arriving to Amsterdam to pick us up. But we didn't get back too late and we were home by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so that wasn't too bad. I did hear some horror stories of all my poor podcasting friends that got stranded at the Edinburgh Yarn Festival and couldn't fly home or get their trains home because of plane and train cancellations, but they are all home now, so it's time to film my fabric haul. Now, I'm filming this today on Monday. You probably won't be seeing this for about a week because there's going to be the actual trip to Utrecht that's going to come up first and foremost. So I will have filmed this by the time you're watching it a good week, possibly a week and a half ago. But I want to get making. So let me start and show you what I bought. So this is in no particular order. I'm just going to go through it and tell you about the fabrics and tell you about the stools. The first one is this beautiful butterfly print jersey. It's a digital print and as you can see it's super bright. It's nice and drapey, but it is a really nice structure. Although it's a thin jersey, you can't see through it and it has got a really nice stretch to it and a really good recovery. So I'm going to use this to make the Tilly and the Buttons Joni dress, which is the skater dress with the twisty front. I personally don't like it in stretch velvet. I think it's all a bit too poofy around the boobs. But the lovely Katie from Inside Number 23 had made a really nice Joni dress that she was wearing at the book launch. And that was in a much closer knit jersey, almost on the verge of scuba. And I think this one will look really nice. I also think that the shape of the butterfly wings will fit really nicely with the twist of the kind of butterfly front. Might be going a bit mad, but that's my thoughts. Is this too bright? Ramp it down a bit. New camera. Not sure how this is going to come out. So the next fabric that I bought was this gorgeous hot pink stretch denim. Now I have a really interesting project planned for this. On my Make 9, I said I was going to make a pair of jeans and I was undecided about the Sew Over It Mia jeans or the Ginger jeans by Closet Case Patterns. I think I'm going to go for the ginger jeans, mainly because I know that I can contact the lovely Lauren from Guthrie Garney and get myself a set of all of the studs and punches and zips and everything that I need, and they sell the pattern as well, so I can get the big pack all through the post nice and easy. But I wasn't going to make boring jeans, not me. I think bright pink jeans are far more up my street. I can buy blue jeans in the high street. So it's a lovely stretch and it cost me €6.25 a metre. And I've got 2 meters worth here. Oh, and the butterfly fabric, that was €8 a metre and I bought 2.3 metres. Now the next fabric is one of my favourites and it's something I was incredibly pleased to get. It was an amazing stand and we spent a lot of time and a lot of money on this particular stand. Elspeth bought a lot more than I did, but the chaps were so helpful. Their English was amazing and they travel all over Europe to all the different fabric markets. So they're in a different town and a different country almost every day of the week. It's really interesting. So I bought from them this most beautiful sweatshirt fabric. It's in my signature colours, obviously, but the beautiful thing about it is that it's lined with minky. So I don't think you're going to necessarily see this, but you can see super soft, super fluffy, and that's going to be against my skin, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now in the Netherlands they call this fabric jogging, although we call it sweatshirting, but they call it jogging. And what I was amazed about is that this particular fabric was only €10 a metre, so that's less than £10. They also had other jogging, which is more traditional sweatshirt fabric with just a fleece lining, but that was also €10 a metre. So when you can choose between minky and fleece and still pay €10, it's a no-brainer. So I bought plenty of this. My plan is to make the Tilly and the Buttons Stella hoodie. I'm not going to make the tracksuit bottoms as well because I don't think I'd wear them. But I'm going to make the long dress version with the kangaroo pocket and long sleeves. So it will be more of a jumper dress that I can wear over leggings and jeans. And I got some fun fabric from the same stall to do my hood lining with. I bought this jersey with lots of little flamingos all over it. So I think that will look really sweet inside the hood. This was, I think, about €6 a metre, and I just got half a metre. But €10 a metre for something like this is amazing when you consider that the sweatshirting fabric that was available at the Knitting and Stitch show from Higgs & Higgs, which was absolutely beautiful and really good quality, you were looking at £18 a metre for that. So it would cost you twice as much to make something. Now these guys do ship to the UK, that's what I found out. They don't just do sweatshirt fabric. They do thin jersey, thick jersey, t-shirt jersey. They do printed jersey. They do French terry in plains and also in patterns. They do all of the ribbing, which you can buy in small amounts for your cuffs and your neckbands, and basically everything a jersey addict needs. Now obviously their shipping, oh, snow falling off the roof. Their shipping isn't particularly cheap, but if you buy a big amount, then it's well worth doing because it's so much considerably cheaper than it is here in the UK. And I've got their details for you. I did have. Oh, I've done with that. Oh. Here we go. So the company is called Toppiestoffen Netherlands, and they are all over the place. Just looking at their map here, you can see they're in Luxembourg, they're in lots of different places in Germany, they're in Rotterdam. They go all over the place, and I asked them why they couldn't come to the UK, and he said quite simply, if they came to the UK, every single item that they had on their truck would have to be itemised for customs to bring it into the country and then take it back out of the country, and the administration behind that is just so massive that it's just not worth them coming, because I suggested coming over for sort of pop-up shops once a month, but it's just not worth it. So they do have a website, and it is toppiestoffen.nl, so I'll run it along the bottom here, and I'll also put the details down in the description on YouTube. But they are incredibly helpful. The gentleman's name is Ruud, so it's spelt Ruth, it's Ruud, and he would be more than happy to help you. All you'd have to do is send him a question and he would answer it for you. He recommends doing about a 10 kilo order, because that's about €11. So you could easily get enough things for probably 4 or 5 garments for €11 postage. So if you split that postage across the garments, it doesn't work out very much at all. I know Elspeth and I are going to be putting in orders with him on a regular basis. So if you do want anything and you're local to the studio, you can always let me know if you're not in any hurry, and we can all club together to put in an order, because it is a superb company. So go and check out their website. But I'm not going to lose this. So the next stall that I came across was amazing. It had what is affectionately called coupons, and coupons is Dutch for remnant. Now, our remnants that we're used to are kind of scraps in the bin, aren't they? You know, quite often you get less than a metre, but all of these remnants were at least 1.5 metres worth of fabric, and they were all 150 wide, and they were €10 each. So I picked up 4 different ones. The first one that I got was this fun stretch cotton. And I think you can probably guess what I'm going to make with this. some summer ultimate trousers, and I know that there'll be plenty left over. There's 1.5 meters of this. It's super wide, so there might even be enough left for a skirt. The next one I got's not quite so interesting. It's just a plain dusky pink ponte. But again, €10 for a really nice piece of 1.5 meters of really good quality ponte was well worth it. I actually am regretting not buying some of the other colours because there was all sorts of colours available, and this is really useful to just have in your stash for collars and cuffs and waistbands. I think this is probably going to be combined with some princess fabric. Oh, this lighting is terrible. Ugh, sorry if this is all blown out. I'm really trying to get used to this new camera. Anyway, I think this is probably going to get combined with some of the princess fabric that I've bought from Disney Princesses from Pink Scissors fabric, so that I can make both Little Miss Mac and myself matching sweatshirts or raglan tops for when we head off to Disney later in the year. Now these are two of my personal favourites. I'm not sure exactly what this fabric is called, but it is a knitted fabric that looks like knitting, but on the inside is sweatshirt fleece. So it's amazing. Let me see if it will pick up for you. So that's the front side. It's stripy, as you can see, and it does just look like a jumper. And that's the inside, so super soft and fluffy fleece. So again, I've got 1.5 meters of this, and it's grey, pink, black, brown, all different colours. And this is destined to be a going home sweater by Ellie and Mac. So it's going to be a long knee-length jumper with a big cowl and cuffs and a band. And I'll either do that in grey, black, pink, whatever I've basically got in my stash. This one is exactly the same stuff. Again, knitted on the outside, fleecy on the inside. And it's just a grey and black animal print, which I absolutely love. Again, it's probably going to be exactly the same garment. I'm a big fan of making the same thing numerous times. If you find a pattern that you love and you find the perfect fabric, then just why not, to be honest. I will probably make a wearable toile from my Charlie Girl fabric that I purchased at the Knitting and Stitch show first of all, just to be sure that it is the jumper of my dreams. And if it is, then I'll make these two up. So it might be a while before I get these made. So again, they were both €10 each. So I spent €40 on that particular stand, and I will probably get a good 3 to 4 garments out of it. Now on to my real bargains, and this was probably the most bargainous find I have ever found in the history of fabric shopping. This beautiful coat fabric is wool, it's pink with black spots, and on the inside is black with pink spots. So it's double-sided. And you are never going to guess how much I paid for this fabric. I've got 3 meters of it because that is all that he had left. Unfortunately, I'd really hoped he had 5 because I could have made the Sew Over It Lola coat with it. But as it happens, I'm just got as much as I could, and I'm going to hopefully make a coat pattern that Elspeth has that has a really nice big collar that folds over, so I can have the collar and the big pockets in the black and pink, and then the main coat in the pink and black. But this fabric was €2 a metre. I got the whole lot for €6, so I'm going to have a coat for a £5. Absolute bargain. Now, if ever you go to the Utrecht Fabric Market, this stall is at the very top of the market by the cafe. It's huge, and it has all of the rems just thrown out all over the table, and you rummage through. And then on the other side, it has all the coating fabric all on big bolts. And again, he's literally just got, it's all end of line, so end of roll stuff. And there were lots of coat fabrics that I'd seen on websites like Guthrie and Garney. So there was one that I saw in particular that was kind of a mustard and grey, and it was flower shapes. And then there was a yellow and grey reverse version of it. And I know I've seen that available for about £22 a metre, and he had it for €2 a metre. So it must just be he gets hold of like end of line and end of rolls. Amazing stand, bargain coat. I cannot wait to make this. It's going to go right to the top of my making list, because then I can hopefully get a bit of wear out of it while we've still got this chilly weather. Now the last two fabrics I've bought, I don't really know what I'm going to do with, but they were €1.50 a metre. So I bought euros again. So I bought 2 metres of them both. Again, I'm not even sure what sort of fabric they are, to be honest. I think they're French terry, because they've got like terry towel on the back, on here, but then they're much more knitted on the front. But it's a thin, drapey French terry. So the first one I got was this blue and white stripe. I think I might make a sew over it Molly dress out of this, but put a band on the bottom so it's more of a jumper dress. But I think that could be quite cosy and great to just chuck on with tights or leggings. And then the last one I got was this really nice luminous pink, which I really like. Again, 2 metres of this, and I have absolutely no idea what I'll make with it. I'm just going to probably sit on it. I might make a pair of comfy trousers and a boxy jumper, something for slobbing around the home in. I don't really know. I might make something for Izzy. I might make a little skater dress. Yeah, just going to sit on it and see what happens with it. But for €3 for all of it, I wasn't going to pass it by. So that is my fabric haul. It probably looks quite restrained. Yes, we flew all the way to the Netherlands to get it. You'd think we'd probably buy twice as much, but that was one entire suitcase that weighed 28 kilos coming home. So any more than that wouldn't have been the easiest to get home on the train and then the plane. Elspeth has filled an entire suitcase as well, and she's bought some really, really nice things. So head over to her website, which is eversoelspeth.co.uk, and she will be doing a blog and various fabric hauls and things like that, so you can see what she has purchased too. And no doubt if you follow me on Instagram, or you follow Beautiful Things HQ on Instagram, or you're a member of our Facebook group, then you'll get to see the things that she makes as well, because she's very active over there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm sure you can appreciate I am now on a fabric buying diet. I am not allowed to buy anything else until I've made my way through all of this and my knitting and stitch show haul. But I think you'll probably find there'll be a pretty good makes video most months for the next few months. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.